We have now arrived at our last quarter of this production, and that is Up Close and Personal. This will be hosted by Dr. Nandini Mouli of the Capital Forum. Just like last week, Dr. Mouli and her guests are going to talk to us about the upcoming RataYatra. Let's see.
Good morning and namaste. I'm Nandini Mouli, and this is Up Close and Personal, show where we focus the important accomplishments of so many Indians living in this tri-state area. Also, we feature rare events happening in Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Today, I am so delighted that we could talk about a function called RataYatra, going to happen on May 26th in the greater Baltimore area, downtown Baltimore. To talk about that, I have invited two of my friends, Shreyas Panchigar and Vrinda Devidasi, to give all the details about it. So you could also put it on your calendar and join us on May 26th. To give a little bit of a background about this, Rata means chariot, Yatra means journey. So it's a journey that Lord takes in a chariot, and while he does it, he gives blessings to all his devotees. This has a legend that goes back to Krishna's time, millions of years back. It says that when Krishna came back from Kurukshetra war and he took the ride from Dwaraka city, all his friends and family and citizens, gopikas, were worshipping him, adoring him, and being so joyous about this particular event, RataYatra. So to mimic it and to give a glimpse of what the history has it for us, we have this RataYatra happening in the greater Baltimore city also. Can you imagine going from Dwaraka to Baltimore? That's what this unique function is all about, and you should know more about it. So please stay tuned to this next 15 minutes. You would be in for a great surprise. Shreyas, I'm so delighted that you could join us.
Good, pleasure to be here.
I know that you have been talking about it even the very first time we met with each other, Shreyas, about 2 years back. RataYatra is something that is almost like your dream event. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved in it.
Well, this happened in 2003. As you know, I own a gas station and a couple businesses. So I was at my business, and a gentleman named Sampradaya, who I met him in a temple,
That's
ISKCON
your father,
temple.
right?
Yes. That's her father. That's correct. Mm-hmm. I met him in a temple a couple times, and he was pumping gas, and I happened to come out. So Sampradaya said that he likes to do the RataYatra in Baltimore. I don't know what happened, but all my body got numb or something. Because when I was a child growing up in the city of Ahmedabad in Gujarat, it was a big ritual. Every year we look forward to RataYatra. And when Sampradaya used the word RataYatra, it's just become a dream project.
Awesome.
And I told him, I said, just don't think about it. Consider that is a done deal.
That's
and
awesome.
Since then, this is our 11th year.
Wonderful, wonderful. My God, 11th year. So you
Yes.
should probably be attending it also from your very young age. And since your father and your family is the one who first initiated this particular event, I'm sure you have so much to talk about in terms of how you grew up with this event.
I do. So yeah, ever since I was young, my parents have been very much involved in the ISKCON temple that we go to in Baltimore. I was raised with the Krishna conscious philosophy, and my parents definitely have a very strong desire to serve Lord Jagannath. So when this started in 2003, I was obviously very much involved in the just logistics of it, I guess, and yeah, there's so much that goes into planning, and there's so much that puts together the whole festival. But obviously when you're young, you don't really know everything that's going on. It's really just more about going and showing up and dancing and wearing pretty clothes and meeting new people, which is very exciting. And as I aged, I definitely got to understand more of the essence and the significance of what RataYatra really means, and I understand why the logistics are so important. I remember learning when I was younger that when you pull the ropes on the RataYatra cart, it symbolizes pulling the Lord into your heart. So that's always resonated with me, and that's something that helped be a guiding light as to why we celebrate the festival and why it's important.
Awesome. That's the significance of this event, I would say.
Yes.
Wonderful. Could you say a little bit about when did the event start, even in other parts of the country?
So originally, the RataYatra festival is from Jagannath Puri, which is in West Bengal, and there's millions and millions of people that attend the RataYatra festival every year, and partake in the same process. It's the same pulling of the ropes of the same Jagannath deities, and in remembrance of that festival and in honor of it, our founder Acharya of ISKCON, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, brought this wonderful festival over to the West in 1967, and they held their first RataYatra in San Francisco. And since then, and since that year, it's spread out all over the country. And ever since I was young, in every city there's a RataYatra festival held at almost every weekend, and it's always great exposure to our culture and to our heritage. And as you mentioned, the Lord gives His mercy and His love to everyone that sees Him.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that you have taken that intent behind the whole thing and absorbed it as a young person. For you to imbibe that is so great. I'm so happy about it.
Thank you.
Shreyas, I know you are involved in the background of this festival in planning and preparing and logistics and so on. Can you share some of those also?
Sure. We prepare the RataYatra from early January, because now on we have set a fixed date, Sunday before the Memorial Day. So everybody can mark their calendar down from now on till infinite, because RataYatra is going to go on. Whether Shreyas will go on or not, but RataYatra will go on. But so from January we have a very enthusiastic RataYatra committee.
Yes.
Several people are involved. It's not me or it's not Sampradaya, but it's several people, and we have a new temple president, Neeraj Verma. He's a doctor by profession, and he is guiding us with such an energy. So from January we prepare this, because if you know the behind the scene, the chariot comes all the way from Montreal overnight. Gentleman devotee named Abhay Charan brings it in a truck and assemble it on a festival site. There is another segment called Festival of India at McKeldin Square. It has all the paraphernalia of our culture and ISKCON. Why to be a vegetarian? Who was Srila Prabhupada? What is Bhagavad Gita? All this knowledge, over $200,000 worth of exhibits and paraphernalia. Anybody walks by that side that day, over 50,000 people go by.
Very nice. So they will get a tour of India in less than 5 hours time, perhaps?
Nandini, this is the most phenomenal preaching event.
Beautiful.
You know, we serve prasadam to 4,000 people. This, like she said, the pulling a chariot. We start from Key Highway behind the Science Museum, and it's a little over 1 mile. So we take 2 hours to pull the chariot and bring it to McKeldin Square, and everybody in downtown hear the chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Awesome.
So
wonderful. I can't wait to be there, Shreyas. And Brinda, you too. I'm sure you have invited some of your friends and teachers and other people who are in non-Hindu, non-Indian background and culture, and so this would be somewhat of an educational experience also for them, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Now tell me a little bit about how you prepare, your family prepares the gods, the Jagannath, his sister Subhadra, and Jagannath's brother Balarama, and so on. So how do you get involved in those type of activities before the RataYatra?
So prior to the RataYatra, 2 weeks before, there's another festival which is called the Yatra Festival. And during that festival, it's when the deities get bathed with many different liquids, and they're kept outside, and the festival is taking place outside. Many devotees are welcome. Anyone's welcome to come bathe the deities, which is also very significant. And as part of the pastime and as part of the festival, after that takes place, the deities get sick. They catch a cold from being outside and being bathed outside, and they go in seclusion for 2 weeks, where they're nursed back to health with different medicinal remedies, and it's really sweet. I mean, when we were younger, I remember making cards for Lord Jagannath and putting it on his wall and just saying, "Get well soon." And it's just it's a time for devotees to feel separation from the Lord, and even the Lord to feel separation from us. And also during that time, that's when all of the prime activities get put together for the festival, when it comes to dramas and dances and getting the different outfits ready for the Lord for their big day. So there's just a lot of behind-the-scene works that happen during that time, so that 2 weeks later they can come out and look beautiful and parade the streets.
Yes, party, all right. Well, this does sound like a day of festivity, day of sacrifice, day of devotion, day of commitment. You know, Shreyas, the way you have described it, the group of people who have put together this even for last 11 years or so has been so committed, so involved, so community oriented, so to speak, because they are not doing it just for themselves or their family. And so the community, as a community member, as a volunteer, you can also participate in this event and bring your joy, bring your spirit, bring your family and friends, and be with us on May 26th. From 11 o'clock in the morning?
It starts at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Behind the Science Museum, and there is a parade for 2 hours, and all the festivity starts at McKeldin Square. From behalf of ISKCON, we cannot thank you and thank this TV station so much. As well, all the donors who generously donated money to do this event, we cannot thank so much. And everybody, Hare Krishna, please be there. It's going to be one-of-a-kind event, and you will enjoy it. That's a guarantee.
That's
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much again for joining us this morning, and we look forward to seeing you on the May 26th. Also tuning in next week, same time, same show, same channel. Until then, so long, namaste, take care.